Guardians is about a family coming together, and it really is about a group of individuals who have acted selfishly and only as individuals throughout their life, and learning something about themselves that makes them heroes.
James, your previous films have more of an R-rated tone, obviously. Will you plan on keeping more of a darkly comedic tone throughout this film without wandering into the R-rated?
Darkly comedic. I don't think of it as darkly comedic. You know, I do think of it as me. I got to say that there's a lot of James Gunn in this movie, and it's a strange thing because when I turned in the first draft to Kevin and Marvel and Josh, and they read the first draft, they were all really happy, which made me happy. That was a really good day. And their biggest note was more James Gunn, which freaked the hell out of me. So I gave them more James Gunn. That's what's in the movie, and I think it's a really unique movie. But with every movie I do, I'm speaking to a certain part of myself, and I'm speaking to a certain audience. And with a movie like Super, I'm speaking to really a specific person that movie means a lot to, and I really appreciate everybody that loves that movie. When I'm doing a movie like Guardians, it really is for a much broader audience. It's for everybody. It's a movie we can go see on a Friday night with everybody else in the city and really enjoy ourselves in a different type of way. And I appreciate both those types of movies.
Coming off of something like Super and then coming to such a big budget, what has your experience been like with the budget on set?
But it's easier. It's easier because with a movie like Super, like there's a lot of people on set who I think I can do their job better than they can. And in a movie like this, we worked really hard to find the best, whether it was the best actor, you know, for each of these roles, which we worked really hard at to get the best people for this movie. Really hard. But not only that, the best production designer, or the best composer, or the best, you know, costume designer. And so they all made my job a lot easier on this movie than it's been in movies past.
I feel very excited to be joining the Marvel family of superheroes. And I do believe that Guardians have bigger powers in a way. and if we were like up against like Captain America, I'd probably totally get his ass.
I think, you know, I'll just answer real quick. I think like, I don't think that the reason that all the Marvel movies thus far have been received so well is because they were such famous comic books. I think they were great stories, you know, and like, you know, Iron Man is Iron Man now to people because of Iron Man the movie, you know, like it was a comic and people, certain people knew it, but they love it, they go back to it because it's great storytelling, and I think it's the same thing with this, like, this is a really cool story, and you know, Marvel they know what they're doing, and they know how to tell a story, and they know how to make this movie, so I really don't feel intimidated. Like, if you told me, Chris, you have to go adapt Guardians of the Galaxy into a movie on your own, I'd be super intimidated. But when they're like, we're doing it, and we love you to be part of it, it's like, wow, great, come along, we're riding.
Well, we still have 85% of the film to shoot.
Yeah.
So we could, I think there's going to be a great deal of soreness and muscle cramping and sweating, but it's going to be great. We've been all training for it. We've been rehearsing. Endless conversations with our director as well as talking to every department that's sort of building us together, from David Bautista to myself to Lee and Jaimin and also Michael and Karen. We have an excruciatingly so much makeup. We have so much makeup to do constantly, and the retouching every single second. So there's going to be a lot of work that we're putting into it, but I think I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people here will identify themselves with it. I'm just excited to be doing something different, and this is sort of like the anti-hero movie. When you meet these characters, they're thieves, they're rebels, they're assassins, and they're going to be learning very big lessons. But because of the James Gunn sort of interpretation of Guardians, the levity will be very abundant, and that's what keeps it, I guess, awesome. That from like my 10-year-old niece who just visited the set and myself, when we both walked into one of the sets that they had built, we both had the same expression, and we were both drooling. We were like, whoa. It was insane.
How strong is Drax, and is he strong enough to beat up the Hulk and Thor?
I would have to say yes on that. I mean, that's what
Have you seen his hands, for the love of God? You're like this big. It's like if it's raining and just tell Dave to put his hand on.
Yondu is for me. There's a lot of Yondu, a lot of me in Yondu. When I first read the script, I noticed right away there was some aspects of Yondu's existence within this universe of ours, in this film of ours, that is very, very close to me. Like, for example, the tough love attitude that I have towards some of the other cast members.
I play Korath, who's a humanoid, and I like to roll in. But I just want to begin saying, highlighting this one little story about my son. I have a 4-year-old son, and one day looked at him and said, he loves all the superheroes, and from Spider-Man to Batman to Iron Man. He's got all the costumes. And one day he looks at him and said, Papa, I want to be light-skinned so I can be Spider-Man. Spider-Man is light-skinned. So that's sort of that was a shocker to me. So I think, I'm extremely excited to be part of Marvel Universe, so that hopefully can provide that, sort of like a diverse, outlook of superheroes or bad guys.
There's a core of him that is, you can find something that you can understand. I don't know. He's pretty bad though. So bad dude. Yeah, I guess it's early days. So I'm just putting the first wall up, and we'll start there.
Drax the Destroyer was also a pretty bad dude. Drax, he's full of rage and he's full of honor. He's very literal, but I think the best thing about Drax is he's hysterical without meaning to be hysterical. Yeah. I think that's what I love the most about Drax.
Like Gamora, and the weirdest thing about Gamora is that she blushes, she turns green when she blushes. She turns green when she's mad, or when she's turned on.
Right on, I like that.
What's wonderful is that she has grown up in an environment that has misrepresented how she truly feels, I guess, inside. And she's gonna, I guess, discover that, hopefully.
For Quill, without blowing too much of his origin or anything like that, there's like a petulance to him. Like he hasn't been really held accountable as an adult. He's been able to be kind of free in space and do whatever he's wanted to do, and that's really kind of fun because it means that he's like slept with all these super weird aliens.
It sounds like you've had some really good parents.
What's that?
You've had some mighty fine parents.
That's my favorite weird element of it. It's just very wonderful. And then, but my favorite moment I think I've had was when I first donned my full wardrobe in the costume department. I put it on and it was just like wow. I wore it and I thought that was pretty wonderful. All of a sudden my walk changed a little bit and I had a little extra bob in my head while I was walking. I felt that was pretty cool.
I played Nebula. Weird. She looks pretty weird. And one of the most interesting things about the character for me is her very strange and complex relationship to Gamora. That's it.
I played the collector, well, he collects things, but I think it's pretty cool that he's got his own personal zoo. I think that's pretty cool.
Did you guys hear his original answer? He said his favorite weird and wonderful thing. He goes, my hair. He got his crazy hairdo in the movie. My favorite thing about Benicio, can I just share a quote that you told me on our first meeting? And we were sitting down, we were talking about something about the character. And this is the reason why I know you and I can be friends forever. Is because we sat there and I asked you, we were talking about something about collecting stuff and how you get excited when you get something new collecting. And then all of a sudden you look at me really serious when you go, I was the first kid in my neighborhood to have an alligator. I'm like, that wasn't funny, like you just saying that. That's my favorite sentence, top 10 favorite sentences. It is true. We have Thanos. So, Thanos is the thing that connects us to the Marvel Universe at this point, and then in the future we'll see what happens after this. But for right now, we're connected to the rest of the Marvel Universe because of 3 seconds at the end of the Avengers.